Justin Jenson that's Justin Jenson from the North Ryde Christian Church at Pindari Street, North Ryde. That's him there. I know Justin anyway. He's talking about Job. Anyway, I want to do a video on what he says. I haven't played the video. Okay.
Story in the Bible, and it's a story about very bad things happening to a good person, and that's the story of Job. And the book of Job presents us with a man who suffered total disaster and he lost all of his children and his property. He was a very wealthy man, and he suffered with terrible disease. But the subject of the book of Job, if you ever have a chance, please read it. It's such an amazing book, it's one of my favourites. But it's about the mystery of human suffering and the problem of pain. And why do people suffer some? And especially, why do the righteous suffer? And Job was described by God as being blameless and upright. So he really was truly a good man. And he was a guy that shunned evil. And God actually declared those words in front of Satan and the angels in heaven. So he was truly a good man. But the book of Job records that, this is really interesting, that all the calamities that came upon him was at the hand of Satan and not God himself. Satan sought permission from God to test Job, and God allowed it, but Satan was the one that brought these calamities upon him, not God. And so the story goes on with Job's friends trying to explain the sufferings in a traditional religious way, believing that in this life God always rewards good and punishes evil. And his so-called friends assume that the sufferings he endured were only aimed at sin. And they offer him advice based on their assumptions. But God mentions that Job has done no wrong and is blameless in his sight. And the assumptions made by Job's friends were wrong also. And this was the point of what Satan was trying to say. He said, look, he's got everything, you blessed him. Of course he's going to worship you and love you because he's got all these things and no one can touch him. He said, take it away and we'll see what happens. And obviously God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and he knows the future, and he knew what the outcome would be of this test, and Job was faithful. And so God allowed it to happen. But it's an incredible book, and we can learn so many lessons from it. And through Job's faithfulness and witness, he was blessed even more abundantly at the end of the trial. And as Christians, we must be willing to entertain the thought that God may allow pain and suffering, both physical and spiritual, to enter our lives for his glory and praise. And Paul taught that, he had this thorn in the flesh, and we're not sure exactly what it was. It could have been a physical problem or pain, but talks about it being a messenger from Satan. And Paul prayed 3 times to the Lord that he would take it away, but he didn't. He allowed it, but what he said was, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me.
Letting him speak.
And this thorn in the flesh, there's an interesting, in Luke chapter 13, there was a lady who was bent over and she had a crooked back, and Jesus healed her on the Sabbath day. And Jesus said that Satan had kept her bound for 18 long years, and then Jesus set her free. So we can see pretty clearly from Scripture that the bad things that often happen in this world and to good people is really due to the fall of man and sin and the influence of Satan on this world. And so often people will direct their anger and frustration at the wrong person. They blame God. How could God let this happen? But really, they should be blaming the devil, because he is influencing this world. He's the God of this age. And, God is the giver of all good things. It says every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father. And so God will not send calamities upon us that, He may allow them, but He will not bring them on us to bring us down and destroy us. So, look, I guess our actions, how we face troubles and bad times, is a great witnessing opportunity. How we conduct ourselves in the face of trials and trouble will be noticed by others around us. And we can draw our strength and reliance from God, but we can also share His goodness with others and who don't know Him, and share that hope that God gives us. And the Bible states that in this world we will face trials and troubles. It's a given. It doesn't say if, but it says it's a matter of when. When you face trials and troubles.
That's right, we all do.
Unfortunately, it's part of life here on earth in our fallen world. But if anybody has ever taught you that, become a follower of Christ and you'll have a prosperous, trouble-free life, that's a lie. It's actually a false doctrine. Because what will happen if you think, okay, well, nothing's going to go wrong, everything's going to go really well, and I'm going to be prosperous. And what happens if a trial comes or something really difficult comes along? You're going to think, well, God has abandoned me. He doesn't really love me. He doesn't care. So we have
God
to be
does
really
love.
careful
That's why He sent
the
Jesus
Bible
to
never
die on
says
the
anywhere
cross.
that we're going to have a trouble-free life if we're a Christian, if we follow the Lord. But there's an encouragement from Romans. The next slide, thank you, Gina. Who shall separate us? Excuse me. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? And so the troubles and trials we face in life are no indication that God has left us or is punishing us. And going back to Job, he understood that God had blessed him abundantly and provided for him and blessed him with health and wealth. But he also recognized that he was a mortal man who would eventually return to the dust of the earth. And God is sovereign and in control of all things. And Job said, this is a very profound statement here. Thanks, Jenna. Job 2:10. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble? And look, it's
Okay, so that was not the full, but it's still good. At least we watched some of it. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get audio from I'm gonna ask Steve if he can send the audio, and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Okay, thank you.